in routes on this side. The Choi bar is very cool because I start to take advantage of people who are overzealous on the far side. There's many people in this class, I won't name who really enjoy grabbing my collar from everywhere. I don't know why you're addicted to collars, but you are. So this class is for you to learn your lesson. This is the best area to set up the Choi bar when my partner reaches for my collar for no reason. Okay, they're not really progressing a lot here. They haven't beat my hips, they haven't beat my knees, yet they're grabbing my collar for some reason. Don't know why, but it happens all the time. This is my setup for the Choi bar, okay? What's important about the Choi bar is that I start to get control of this arm where they can't get the arm back. And to do that, I'm gonna start to kind of let them come in. So here's what I'm gonna do. When I feel this grip, I like to go, and Professor can chime in because he might have a different style. I almost like to go like 2-on-1, like shoulder and elbow. And I like to pull my partner in a little bit. And I'll even oftentimes kind of like flare my knee up higher and let them come in a little bit more to close the space. Here's what it looks like for me. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna bring them into me, and then almost like bring my foot out wide a little bit. Okay, so I'm getting them closer to me, which oftentimes, candidly, if they're grabbing here, is what they want. They're trying to like pull me into them, right? And from here, look, I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna gable grip, or even before I do gable grip, sometimes I just kind of like hug the arm. What's important when I'm hugging this arm is that I'm listening to the phone, okay, so my ear's touching, and I'm not letting this hand get back. So I'm kind of like keeping this nice and tight here, okay? From here, team, this is all about freeing my leg. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start to turn my knee out and get my knee over the top. To do this, I oftentimes push my foot on the hip to make space, and I also use my bottom foot toe sometimes to make space. And I kind of like scoop myself out. Professor's a slightly like meaner way of doing this to me. I know because he showed it to me before, where he like stuffs your face really hard. I don't often do that, but you can. What I'm usually doing is just kind of like flaring my foot out and coming over the top. What's important when I come over the top, and however you get here, whether you want to go like Professor does, where you go in front of the face, then like wipe your foot over. I think that's how you do it, right, Professor? Sometimes I just kind of come out, right? So sometimes they're here, whatever, and I just kind of like wipe her shoulder, and then I come over. However you want to do it, however you want to do it, it's your prerogative. What's important is that, team, here, I don't get stacked, okay? So if my partner pushes me over this way, not all is lost, although you're in a pretty good spot. You don't want this to happen. So two things need to happen. When I come over the head, I need to, one, be aggressive on the arm to drive, and I need to take my foot and like boot it heel to the ground, okay? Now try to stack me, okay? It's gonna get hard. If you're not heavy with this leg, this technique will not work. When I'm ready with this control, I'm gonna turn on my side, facing my partner's legs, and I'm gonna bring my foot over the back and in the hole right here. Team, this is where I usually finish, okay? You really don't need to do anything. For your belly down arm bars, belly down, quote unquote, I almost never finish them belly down. The most advantageous place to finish a belly down arm bar is a misnomer. It's actually on your side facing your partner's feet, right where I am right here. This gives me a lot of momentum to push. From here, team, I'm just putting pressure with my gable grip on their arm, and I start to finish, okay? If their arm's like weird or turning, just wherever they point their thumb, go the opposite way. If they point their thumb down, pull this way. If they point their thumb to you, push, okay? Don't get too creative with moving your whole body. Whichever way the thumb points, and I don't care, Gavin gets to choose that, I just push the other way. Don't make it rocket science, okay? Oftentimes when I'm here, my partner will roll to release this pressure. If they roll, stay tight. Push their head away, finish the arm right here, okay? Question.
So it's not as much of a hip to create the pressure. It's more you're creating the pressure with your arms.
Yeah.
And
Usually more like raise your arm bar and press.